Well, good evening, my students from lower basic 2. Welcome back to our online learning. And today I will give you writing. The things that you have to do now is please open your writing book for composition 15 for today. It should be on page composition 15. All right, I will see first the page. It should be 199. Okay, 98. I mean, so we will start from page 198. For today, I will divide this one to be two parts. All right, part one and part two. In part one for today, I will give you the explanation of the phrases first. After that, later the second explanation or the second part of models letter, you will write down the story or compose a composition, right? So actually we have the composition 15 over here for the exercise by composing a story, but now I will give you the meaning of the phrases first that you will use to compose a story, uh, in composition 15. All right, so I will try to explain each phrase inside this composition 15. All right. Okay, so we will mention one by one the phrase, and then also later I will try to give you bahasa, the meaning. I mean, you can try to write down this one in your composition book. All right. So we have number one. We have this one fit nicely in. Fit nicely in, it means that could be put snugly in some place, also that something is a good size, not too big. Okay, she was glad when she saw that she could fit nicely into the gown. Okay, cukup pas. Alright, cukup atau pas. Alright, it means cukup and pas here, it means that fit for your body. Alright, this one for something like clothes, like trousers, okay, like shoes. This one fit nicely, all right, into the gown, into the shoes, into the t-shirt, and so on. When we see this one, the meaning is could be put snugly in some place. All right, in some place can be put snugly, can be put nicely. All right. So if we see the example of her here, she was glad when she saw that she could fit nicely into the gown. Dia senang karena she saw that dia melihat bahwa dia dapat cukup di gaun tersebut. It means that fit for her body. Next we have number two, it will be fabulous. It means that itu akan menyenangkan. Don't forget you can write down this one in your composition book. This one will be shows that one wishing for something wonderful. Yes, he thought it would be fabulous if he could spend a day by himself. Or another meaning is, I thought that it would be fabulous if I could go to London with my mother last time, like that. All right, it would be fabulous. I thought that it would be fabulous if I could answer the test correctly. All right, this one we use it would be fabulous in a simple past. I mean, for the past time, for the past action. All right, that's why we use would be. If you want to use this one to be simple present or future, you can use this one to be will be. All right. So we have this one fit nicely, fit blank 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 nicely in blank blank blank. And so we have it would be fabulous. Now we have studied the pictures for number three. I erase first. Okay, we have this one studied the pictures, meaning look closely at the illustration. It means that when we talk about this one studied the pictures, it means you look closely at the illustration. If we see the example over here of the sentence, the curious child studied the pictures in the room. All right, as if trying to find some treasure in them. All right, studies the pictures. It means that mengamati gambar. mengamati sebuah gambar. Yes, you can write down. For example, I studied the pictures in that museum because it's very beautiful picture. For example, like that. All right. Next, we have for instance. For instance, ini saya sebagai contoh. Okay, you could do anything you wanted on that island. For instance, you could catch crabs or climb tree or pluck coconuts and no one would stop you. Alright? This one is for instance, sebagai contoh. For example, you can take whatever you want in my shop. For instance, you can take shoes, you can take hat, you can take scarf, you can take trousers, jacket. So, for instance, all right. Next, after for instance, we have this one fascinated by. I will try to erase first. Don't forget to write down this one in your composition book or in your notebook if you want. All right, but I think it's better to use this one in your writing book. All right. Okay. Now we have this one fascinated by over here. Okay, we have the fascinated by over here. I will try to open the light one again. Okay, we have this one. We have this one fascinated by. It means that terpesona akan sesuatu. Alright, if you can see this one is like terpesona, terkagum akan sesuatu, or terpesona akan sesuatu. If you can see this one, attracted by something such that one give it his or her full attention. Alright? The child was fascinated by the swinging pendulum in the grandfather's clock. Alright? Or I was fascinated by your voice because your voice was very good. Alright? So this one we use words for the past time, but if you want to make this one to be present, you can say the I am fascinated by your voice all the time, for example, like that. Alright? So I have explained some phrases over here. I have fit nicely in, cukup dengan baik. It will be fabulous, itu akan menyenangkan. Study the pictures, mengamati gambar. For instance, sebagai contoh, fascinated by, terpesona akan sesuatu. Now we go to next part. I have interesting little gadget. And then we have this one remained rooted to the ground, especially because, and then felt very tempted to, and then conscience began to prick. All right. So I will explain this one by one. So please you open your book again over here. Okay, now we continue. After that, I have another part over here. We have this one interesting little gadget, a small device that was very interactive. It means that interesting little gadget is like the gadget. You have device that you can play like handphone or iPod, iPad over there, MP2 player. So a small device that was very attractive. Interesting little gadget. Alright, gadget kecil yang menarik. Maybe you can write down this one. Gadget kecil yang menarik, gadget kecil yang menarik. This one like device, yes. Okay. After that, we can see this one, a small device that was very attractive. Where did you find the interesting little gadget? Di mana kamu menemukan gadget kecil yang menarik itu? Something like that. Next, we have this one, remain rooted to the ground. Remain rooted to the ground, it means that tidak bergerak dalam posisi berdiri. Yes, it means that could not move from the spot where one was standing on. Alright, you are standing, for example, you stand You are standing in one position and then you cannot move. It can say that remain rooted to the ground. Okay, and this one in the past of the sentence, the frightened boy remained rooted to the ground, for he was too afraid to move, because maybe, or for example, there is a dog near you, close to you, and then you cannot move. You will say, I remain rooted to the ground because I was very afraid of the dog. Alright? So this one is remain rooted to the ground. It means tidak bergerak dalam posisi sedang berdiri. Alright? So next one. Next one I have especially because Fairy felt tempted, and so conscience began to freak. Alright, I will go to this one first, especially because and felt very tempted too. Alright, so for this one, especially because, the meaning is khususnya karena gitu. He did not like the woman. It was especially because he always wore the color he hated. Dia tidak menyukai perempuan itu khususnya karena, especially has a particular reason. Karena khususnya karena begini loh, something like that. It was especially because itu khususnya dikarenakan she always wore the color he hated. Dia selalu memakai warna yang dia benci. Okay, especially because. Next, alasan khusus, yes. We have felt very tempted to, merasa sangat tergoda untuk melakukan sesuatu. Merasa sangat tergoda untuk melakukan sesuatu. Alright. If you can see this one, shows that one was very attracted to doing something. Alright. For example, Kevin merasa sangat tergoda untuk makan pie tersebut. Tetapi he knew that, dia tahu bahwa itu akan membuat ibunya sangat marah. Right? Felt very tempted. For example, that I feel or I felt, if past tense kita pakai felt, if present we can use feel. I feel very tempted to eat that ice cream, but if I eat that ice cream my mother will be angry. For example, like that. So this one some things that we can say for felt very tempted to. Now we go to next phrase. Next phrase now. I will erase first. Next phrase. We have this one, conscience. Conscience begin to prick. It means that conscience, rasa bersalah mulai muncul. This one. Quickly he took the expensive pen and fled, but just when he thought he had escaped the notice of his nosy brother, his conscience began to prick. Rasa bersalah mulai muncul. This one, the meaning of conscience began to prick. Rasa bersalah mulai muncul, ya. Okay, now we have still have over here. Okay, I will explain again. I have knew better than Bamaring told it. All right. Okay, return to. Okay, and then in a don't argue with me kind atoned, and then feeling guilty conscious. Look knowingly at. Okay, we will discuss about this one now. We talk about next phrases over here. Okay, now we have this one, knew better than told it. It means that it's about shows that someone knew a person very well. Mengenal seseorang. Sangat mengenal seseorang. Mengenal seseorang dengan sangat baik. Mengenal seseorang dengan sangat baik. Alright. This one, for this one, knew, for example, this one, Lenny's sisters knew him better than he thought she did. And she stopped him from entering her room by locking the door. Lenny sister mengenalnya lebih baik dari yang dia kira. Okay? He thought she did. Alright? Dari yang dia pikirkan. Okay? And she stopped him from entering the room by locking the door. No better than Lenny's sisters know him better than he thought she did. Alright? Lenny's sister knew him better than he thought she did. Lebih mengenalnya daripada yang dia pikirkan dia mengenal. Like that. It means what? Saya lebih shows that someone knew a person very well. Next we have return to. Over here we have this one, return to over here. Return to, it means that put something back where it was taken from. Mengembalikan ke tempat semula. Alright, mengembalikan ke tempat semula. Put something back where it was taken. The teacher made sure the students return the tools to their boxes before she dismissed them. Alright, so return back. Put something back where it was taken from, or return to. Alright, for example, return the paper to the box, return the pencil to the table, something like that. Alright, mengembalikan ke tempat semula. Next, so please you open your book to make you more understand, and then it will be clear later for you. Next, we have this one. We have and don't argue with me kind of tone. It means that in voice dengan suara yang keras dan juga kasar, yes, dengan suara yang keras dan kuat gitu. Dengan suara yang keras. For example, you speak, someone speak in a don't argue with me kind of tone, right? The angry mother spoke to her rebellious daughter in a don't argue with me kind of tone, and she quietly obeyed her, all right? Next, we have this one, feeling guilty, conscious, having the sense that one had done something wrong. Tom was feeling merasa bersalah. Merasa bersalah, it means that I was feeling guilty or conscious, or I'm feeling guilty conscious, or you are feeling guilty conscious, because this one we have feeling over here plus ing. Before this one you have to put to be. Is MR for present, was were for future. Yes. Alright, so I will try to see this one. Okay, after feeling guilty conscious, I have this one, look knowingly at. Look at someone in a way that someone knew what he so wanted or was thinking about. Granny looked knowingly at Fiona when she said she did not want any lunch, and gently pushed the dish away before asking her what was wrong. Alright? So look at someone in a way that one knew what he or she wanted or was thinking about. Alright? So lihat di sini, melihat seseorang dengan pandangan bahwa sepertinya kamu mengetahui. Look. Yes. Melihat seolah-olah kamu memahami apa yang orang lain pikirkan. Alright, so this one for look knowingly at. Alright, Granny looked knowingly at Fiona when she said she did not want any lunch, and gently pushed the dish away before asking her what was wrong. Alright, so Granny looked knowingly at Fiona. It means that Granny already knew the feeling what Fiona was thinking at the time. This one for look knowingly at. Alright. Next, I will erase this one, and then we go to the last page over here. We have made a deal, membuat sebuah persetujuan, finish promptly, alright, menyelesaikan tugas dengan cepat, delighted with, it means that feeling very happy about some things, merasa senang akan sesuatu, and then about to protest, almost going to complain or say no to some things, hampir memprotes, hampir menolak, hampir mengatakan tidak akan sesuatu, and then this one it means that forfeit for a blank 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 prize, not receive a reward because one did not do something, alright? It means that tidak mendapatkan hadiah for being late, alright? Next, we will try to see this one by one. Alright, so this one means that membuat persetujuan. Alright, had an agreement about something. The two girls made a deal to share everything they had. Alright, membuat persetujuan, made a deal. Finished promptly and did some tasks quickly. Ivan always tried to finish his homework promptly. Ivan selalu mencoba untuk menyelesaikan homeworknya dengan cepat, so that he could play on the computer. Jadi dia bisa bermain komputer jika dia bisa mengerjakannya dengan cepat, something like that. Next, I will see this one, delighted with. This one it means delighted with, it means feeling very happy about something, merasa sangat senang akan sesuatu. So, feeling very happy about something. Father was delighted with little Eva because she had made him a cup of tea. Father sangat senang dengan Eva karena dia sudah membuatkannya secangkir teh. Alright. Next we have about to protest. Almost going, hampir akan memprotes, hampir akan komplain begitu. So if you can see this one, the sentences will be the sentence. The students were about to protest against the amount of homework the teacher was giving them when the principal walked in. Hampir, but this one didn't do. Alright. Next we have this one, forfeit prize. It means that not receive, tidak menerima sebuah hadiah because tidak menyelesaikan atau mengerjakan sesuatu. The boy tidak percaya bahwa dia tidak dapat forfeit the prize, tidak dapat mendapatkan hadiahnya just for being late, karena dia terlambat. This one for forfeit. So this one some things that we can see for the last phrase here. This one it means that kehilangan hadiahnya. Kehilangan, yes, forfeit is kehilangan in bahasa. Kehilangan hadiah. Alright, tidak mendapatkan hadiah, something like that. So we have discussed this one for all phrases. So for today, we will only focus to the phrases. Before the next part 2 later, we will discuss about the story and how to compose story. So I will try to make some review over here. We have this one, forfeit prize, about to protest, delighted with, finished promptly, and then made a deal. I have looked knowingly at, feeling guilty, conscious, and a don't argue with me kind of tone, return to, knew better than told, blah 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 did, and then we have this conscience began to prick, felt very tempted to, especially because remain rooted to the ground, interesting little gadget, okay, fascinated by, for instance, studies the pictures, it will be fabulous, fit nicely. Alright, this one the phrases for composition 15. So the exercise for today in your quiz will be relate to the phrases that I have explained. So open your book and then do the quiz, open LMS. We will have the Zoom for today and then I will try to give you more explanation about this composition 15. Alright, thank you. Good evening.